We sit in multi-mile gridlock. We watch our power grids buckle under summer heat waves. Our physical infrastructure is failing under modern demands. The United States spends billions of dollars on public works every single year. So why does the entire system feel like it's constantly on the verge of falling apart? To understand the bottleneck, look at this United States population graph. By 2050, the country will add 158 million people, totaling 439 million. As growth accelerates, China is spending 9% of GDP on infrastructure, compared to our 2.4%. We are flying blind into a historic population surge. We are trying to run a high-demand 21st century society on a physical operating system built in the mid-20th century. The root cause comes down to how we plan. Right now, our infrastructure is entirely siloed. Highway departments pour asphalt. Water authorities lay concrete pipes. They operate in total isolation. Because they don't coordinate, we measure a project's success by how much concrete we manage to pour, rather than its holistic impact on the region. We need a new metric, the triple bottom line. This diagram breaks down that new standard. For an infrastructure project to be viable, it must overlap 3 specific pillars. It has to support a prosperous economy, ensure social equity, and maintain a healthy environment. To survive the 2050 bottleneck, we must abandon the old strategy of brute force engineering and completely shift to interconnected systems. For the last 100 years, our approach to water management has been almost entirely gray. We built sprawling concrete tunnels and rigid drainage canals to fight natural hydrology, pushing water out of the way as quickly as possible to allow for unchecked suburban sprawl. The alternative is a green strategy. This integrates infrastructure designed to mimic how the Earth naturally absorbs and filters rain, utilizing the environment rather than fighting it. You can see this working right now in Portland, Oregon. They completely reimagined their city streets to capture rainwater before it ever hits a sewer. They retrofitted roads with vegetated swales, required new city buildings to install eco-roofs to catch the rain, and subsidized homeowners to disconnect their downspouts so water drains into local gardens instead of the municipal system. The results of this shift are measurable. Portland now naturally diverts over 1 billion gallons of combined sewer runoff every year, and they avoided $250 million in traditional pipe repair costs. We lean on the same outdated energy model for our power grid. We rely on centralized, coal-fired power plants sending energy out on a fragile, one-way street. Electricity production alone generates 40% of the nation's carbon emissions. To handle growing energy demands and secure the grid against climate threats, we have to transition to a smart grid. This schematic shows the mechanics of that transition. A smart grid is a two-way, decentralized network. An individual building can draw power when it needs it, and then instantly sells surplus energy from its own solar panels back to the system. It functions as a self-healing internet for electricity. If a major line goes down, the network automatically reroutes the power. This helps solve the problem of cascading blackouts while making renewable energy financially viable. In transportation, states constantly battle for federal dollars just to widen highways. But adding lanes induces more demand, quickly filling those new roads with traffic and pushing carbon emissions even higher. To break this cycle, federal funding must evolve to support a trans-American network built entirely on the concept of mode neutrality. Mode neutrality means we stop automatically prioritizing roads over other options. Instead, we select projects based strictly on how efficiently they move people and reduce carbon, whether that means high-speed rail, protected bike lanes, or electrified seaports. We also have to organize these projects differently. This map highlights the country's 11 emerging megaregions, interconnected economic zones that share dense labor markets and heavily utilized supply chains. Modern commerce completely ignores traditional state borders. By treating transportation as a cohesive megaregion network rather than a patchwork of isolated local roads, we can efficiently link global supply chains and keep our labor markets competitive. Completely overhauling the national operating system sounds like a radical undertaking, but we actually have a long history of doing exactly this whenever our growth hits an existential lull. In 1808, the Gallatin Plan gave us a national network of canals to settle the interior. In 1908, Roosevelt's conservation plans secured our water supply with hydropower dams. And in 1956, the Interstate Highway Act connected the modern physical economy. We are critically overdue for our own generation's master plan. By treating our infrastructure as an interconnected, sustainable nervous system, we secure America's economic and environmental survival for the rest of the century.